All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Coach Raphael. I'm pleased to welcome you to our special alumni meet and share session, where our tech stars return to inspire the next generation. This morning, three incredible DDM Academy graduates will share their wonderful journeys from classroom to office. And whether you are coding websites, designing products, or strategizing social media, these alumni prove DDM Academy launches real careers. Now, let's welcome our guests for today to meet our superstar panel. The first person, Udoka Dandev Chibuzo. He's a full stack developer at Joint and Company. Dandev, you're welcome to the house.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We also have Ms. Ihuoma Dabereshi Emanuela, social media strategist and product designer at PrivShare. Dabere, I'm glad to have you on this program.
Thank you very much, Tochu.
All right, we'll have another person, but she's not here currently. We're expecting her to join soon. Ofara Gabriela, front-end web developer, AI content editor and publisher. Now, let's get straight to the point. Let me set a, kind of foundation. Now, these three guests were once students of DDM Academy, but now they are fully on their own. They are fully employed in one company or establishment or another. So it is a thing of joy. It is living proof that DDM Academy is not just a place to joke. It is not a place to joke at all, but a fountain of technology, a fountain where you, no matter how dumb you are, no matter how ignorant you are in tech, once you log onto this system, you will become expert in no distant time. And today we have these brains, we have these sharp and bright minds to tell us how they started their journey and how they have been doing since they graduated from DDM Academy. Let me start with you, Dan Dave. How are you feeling now? Dave, can you hear me, please? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are muted.
Okay, I just switched my laptop now.
Oh, very well. Thank you. I was asking, how are you feeling, or how do you feel now as somebody who has been established in a tech course from DDM Academy?
Okay. I feel so fulfilled, because at first I began this tech journey not because I have always wanted to, but like out of curiosity, because I wanted to understand how the web works, like what transpired behind it, and also one reason why I wanted to come into front end or basically web development is about the financial aspect or the profitable aspect. Because I can remember, if I'm not mistaken, when I was little then, we all believe that once you are browsing on his site, it's basically the owners of the website that that gains from your data. That
Are you still with us, Dandev? All right, I think we have had a break with his connection. I'm going to come back to him. Please, Dabere, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can actually hear you. I'm trying to set it up with my PC. I'm having some glitch. I don't know. I can hear you sounding clear.
All right, while we wait for Dandev to come back, let me just ask you right the same question. Now that you have established yourself on a platform, let's hear your thoughts, your feelings about that.
All right. It has been a thing of my dream trying to, become someone reputable, building a career around my designs. I have always loved designing. I hope I'm audible, right?
Very clear. Continue.
All right. So it's been my utmost wish and desire to become a designer and a techie, actually. So pursuing my dream of becoming a UI UX designer in DDM has been, something worthwhile. It's been something that has really changed my life, changed, in fact, who I am. So I'm very thankful for that. It's been a journey all through. It's been, destiny is not a destination, it's a journey. And all through this journey, it's been from one win or the other. Yeah, I have some remarkable achievements since after my, education with the DDM. It's been awesome. It has been an awesome journey for real. So being able to win, being able to secure some deals, and being able to fulfill that dream of mine. That's the biggest part of it because it's only a thing of joy when your work and your career and your calling aligned. So right now, I I am thankful for DDM, and I'm thankful that in fact for my tutors, and I'm thankful for everything in general. Yeah, that's all I can
Very
say.
well. Very well. Thank you very much. Then Dave, you are back. Please continue where you stopped.
Yeah, so as I was saying before I got interrupted by the network. So being a developer has not always been my dream, but out of curiosity, I embarked on my journey as a web developer, and then here I am, not knowing that I would actually go this far, and it's all thanks to DDM Academy and their tutors who has made sure to align us, not just me, but to the other students that started. Um, and how I felt, I feel so fulfilled because now I can understand what goes on behind the web and what happens generally. So yeah.
What was your biggest struggle when you started, and how did you push through this struggle?
Okay,
Because I
my
understand
biggest
that as a young person, even though your brain was sharp, was able to grab, easily compared to an older person, but you must have had some challenges. What were they, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, yeah. I had challenges, of course, and one of my biggest challenges was actually reading to understand codes. I could remember when I said that was I think yeah, cohort 3. Yeah. I think that was around 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So my biggest struggle was actually reading to understand codes, and the way I overcame it was being consistent because I can remember back then most times I can stay up completely 3 days without sleeping, all because I knew what I wanted to achieve, and I worked through it. One of my biggest help was actually YouTube. I utilize YouTube, and there are various sources. So but my biggest struggle then was reading to understand code, which now, even if I know I'm not that good, because nobody is perfect, but to some extent, I'm good enough to be able to secure a job. Yeah.
Right, code is always you, you know very hard to understand from the first instant because it is not your ordinary English language. I understand that. I understand the pain you must have passed through then. Right, Daberechi, you have talked about how you felt, but I would like you to say, how did you meet this tech? How did you discover the tech, platform? And then who led you into this discovering DDM Academy?
I've been in Web3 since 2021, and I've watched things grow. I've watched things evolve. I wanted to contribute. I wanted to be that kind of person that actually gives to the society, to improve the society actually. So me meeting DDM was fate, because I wanted to learn. I wanted to improve on my skills. I wanted to become a better person. I wanted to, be able to contribute, like I said earlier. So now DDM, I got the info through my sister. So she told me I wanted to learn tech, and she was like, "There's this tech industry I know that stays in Oka. I think you should try them out." And um they are giving, what is it called again? Like a kind
Like,
of free education, yeah. Or yeah, that I can apply and work with them. Before then, I had already chosen one of the tech companies around my area here that I wanted to learn from. But she talked about DDM, talked about their free education and their less fee. I had to give it a try. But coming to DDM, I didn't really feel like it was a place I can learn something when I first entered, because I didn't feel comfortable. Well, I will always say that, because I didn't like the environment. But what stood out for me was that when I came, the first time I came to DDM, I was perplexed. But the next time I came, everything they promised, like, it was rapidly changing. The environment was changing. It became more conducive, became more friendly, and it was something I didn't expect. I wasn't really, really expecting everything good from DDM, I must say, but um, my expectations were, in fact, it was thwarted. I was expecting low, but I got a top-notch experience being with DDM and discovering tech. Actually, wow, I wanted to give back to the society, just like I said earlier, but learning UI UX design actually made me discover DDM. Yeah, I wanted to explore, become someone that can actually give to tech. So that was how I discovered DDM. And I thank God I met DDM, and I thank God DDM changed my perspective to things. And I'm thankful that for the journey so far, because without DDM, my dream of becoming someone that can give to the society, I don't know, maybe it would have still been a dream, or I might have not really achieved it. And thank you, DDM, for it.
all right. What challenge did you encounter while studying UI UX design?
Is okay. There's some challenges I encountered, but some of them are personal, while some came from the institution. One of the challenges I encountered concerning the institution was, internet server. We most times had some network glitches. Sometimes we wanted to work, but there were zero connections. And I know right now it's been fixed, because I trust DDM to be a company that keep to their words. They discover the problems and then they tend to solve it with immediate effect. So it was one of the problems I had then. I never had any issues with my tutor then. My tutor was one of the she's one of the best tutors I've had, and she made everything impossible look possible. So she was there to help guide, but one of the problems was just the internet server, and I think every other thing was personal. Every other thing was personal, yeah. But the only thing that was related to the institution was just that internet connection, and I believe and I know it's been solved. So that was just it during my lessons.
Quite interesting. Now, Dan Dave, um, how has your job changed since you started, and what keeps you excited to learn more? I mean, what
Okay.
skills? What are these specific skills that you learn in DDM that are helping you now in your niche, the niche you have found for yourself?
Yeah, okay. As a full stack developer, I acquired my skill from DDM, and I acquired both front end and back end, and that is basically what has been keeping me through finding gigs because after I left DDM, because I didn't want to work for anyone, I just wanted to be a freelancer, making my money and building projects for myself, but my perspective changed, and then I started getting gigs, because if I apply for freelance, like contract work, I keep getting fixed work or like fixed salary. So I just had to accept it. So acquiring the skill of front and back end web development from DDM actually helped me through my journey. And even up until now, I'm still learning because when it comes to the world of tech, there's no perfect person, You keep learning and learning because like new things comes up every day. In fact, every minute, So that's it. Yeah.
Now, but I trust you can still have your own apartment, your own, establishment that you own. Now you're working for somebody, but with this skill, I bet you the sky is just your starting point. What do you think?
Yeah. Despite the fact that I'm actually working under a company, yeah. I'm also building my own structure. Yeah. So like currently, I'm basically building a movie app where you can stream and download movies free. Yeah. So and it's basically the skills I learned from DDM that I'm actually implementing right now, and I'm even launching this around next month or so. Yeah, so DDM has actually helped me because it laid the foundation for what I'm profiting now. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Dabere, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now, some people would say, especially in Nigeria, that there are certain things that you would not learn in school, in your formal education system, that you will later learn in life. Now, can you tell me, do you believe this word and how can you back it up? Comparing what you learned in DDM and then what you had learned in your, secondary school, primary school, and the rest of them.
Yeah, of course. Our school system raises more employees than employers, all right? You rarely see the school teach you how to become or like how to become someone sufficient. They teach you how to become insufficient, how to serve, basically. That is what the school teaches. But for someone who is ambitious and really, really want to become someone to leave footprints in the world, DDM actually touched my life. Yeah. There are some aspects of my life that DDM, touched in the aspect of communal, like community. For real. Coming to DDM, I met people with like minds. There are things like I learned in DDM about like personality wise that I didn't really learn in school. But coming to DDM, learning how to be a UI UX designer, product designer, like it's more of making me. Instead of making me to serve, it is making me. All right. The school taught me how to serve the government. The school basically taught me how to work for the government, but DDM taught me how to be employee. Yeah, I don't think as an employee anymore. I think as an employer. I don't think as someone who is dependent. I think independently. All right. So the school system, I would say, is not the only place to acquire knowledge if you really want to become something. But DDM, in fact, instead of teaching me how to be dependent, DDM actually has affected my personality and boosted my independence. So yeah, I owe it to DDM. Yeah, that is all I can say.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Now, Dan Dave, let me ask the same question in another way. What is one mistake that young people are making today, especially in choosing careers? What is that one mistake that young people are making?
Okay, I feel like one mistake they make is actually um, prioritizing the monetary aspect to what they really want, you know. I think I would not actually blame them that much because you see, Nigeria right now, our economy is not stable at all, you know. Lots of okay, or there is no job or okay, there are no job opportunities here. So you will see someone whose ambition is, let's say, to be let's say a chef or something. She's very good or he's very good. But now considering the economic stability of Nigeria, you would go for something that you are sure that after tomorrow you would get a job. And then most of our young ladies now are venturing into nursing because they have that mindset that after they are done, they will just fly out and then they will start making millions and billions and so. So these are the mistakes they make. They don't prioritize what they really want to what they will get. But for me, I know it may sound awkward because I've always dreamt of studying law, and I'm not deviating from that, despite the fact that I'm currently in tech now. But I'm not deviating from what I have always wanted. So there is actually no amount of opportunity I'll get now that will actually derail me from my ambition, from what I really want. So the mistake they make in summary is prioritizing finance or the monetary value to what they really want, to their ambition. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great answer. And when you say that the particular course is too expensive, and that means you are placing much value and money more than you are placing on a skill that can get you to heights that you cannot imagine. All right. I want to ask if Miss Ofora is here with us. Can you hear me, Mr. Ofora? If you have joined us, please, let's hear your voice if you have joined us. If not, we continue the program.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'll be on audio because I'm currently on the road. So,
all right. That means you cannot turn your camera on, can you?
no, sir, I don't think I can. I'm currently on the road. I went for a meeting.
All right. I don't know when you joined us, but let's hear your thoughts. How do you feel having established yourself on a platform, DDM Academy? How do you feel about that?
Sorry, sir, I didn't quite hear you.
All right, I believe you acquired one course or another in DDM Academy. How do you feel having acquired such a course?
Well, I acquired at least up to 3 courses, front end, back end. I also acquired video editing from DDM. And how I feel great. At least I think I've gotten to a place where I know that I am unstoppable. I have skills now. I can use it to get what I want, and it feels great to know that you've at least step up like a bit more than you were before. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
Of course, I get you. So who led you to DDM Academy? Who made you to say, oh, this is where I must go and acquire a course, and this is what this place has done for me? Who led you? Tell us how the journey started.
It was actually my aunt. She was the one that introduced me to DDM. I never knew it existed actually. She was the one that said, oh, I know this place and they deal with tech. I would like you to go there and study choose a course you can study and go on with it. And that was just it. She was one that introduced me to DDM, where I met my tutor and other people. So yes, it was my aunt.
All right, let me ask your struggles, or should I say, the biggest struggles that you passed through while studying in DDM Academy, and how you pushed through this struggle.
My first struggle was I think it was consistency. I still struggle a little bit with it, but I wasn't really consistent because in the sense that sometimes I tend to be like, oh, I'm procrastination. I'll be like, oh, I'll do this later, and at the end of the day, I end up not doing them, which cost me a lot because I missed some classes. And but thanks to my tutor, he helped me to get over it. He was telling me, yes, you can do this. He always called me to say, I want you to get up from that bed and do something. Show me what you've done. And it was something that I resonated with. I started doing it every time. Another thing that I struggled with, I did internship for DDM for about some months. And I was struggling very well with time management, handling office files, and trying to also handle my coding, front end web development, because that's what I actually focused on instead of the whole full stack. So it was a very big struggle because coming from the office, I won't be so tired, and can I code? Would I be able to get what I want to do for the day? But DDM helped me push. I kept pushing. They kept encouraging me to move forward, to go on. They were there in every step. So I'm grateful to them for where I am today. So that's it.
Right, what's your simple advice for those who are scared of entering or picking up a course in tech, especially in DDM Academy?
My first advice would be, if you're looking towards making money while venturing into tech, my dear, you have to calm down because you have to learn and relearn. It doesn't just come, you don't just expect yourself to just go there, oh, I will learn this in 3 months and I'll be perfect. And it's possible actually, but tech evolves. The world is, moving better. The world is going better. And which means as every day you keep leveling up, you keep going into something new, you see something new, you see something that you've not seen before, which means you have to be learning every day. And if you don't know how to learn, if you don't know how to sit down and study, learn, and be ready to improve, that means tech is not for you. So the advice is, please, don't go into tech because you want to make money, fast money. It doesn't work that way. Don't go into tech because your friend is going into tech. It needs consistency. It needs resilience. It needs discipline, a very good discipline. It needs a lot of things like passion. You need to have passion for it. I would say when I came to study front-end web development the first time, I didn't have passion for it, to be honest. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is this? And I didn't take it serious for the first 1 or 2 months. I was like, I don't understand this way because nothing was entering. But as time goes on, I told myself I want to do this. I started enjoying it because I had a tutor that was, explaining things bit by bit, like trying to break down every single thing I didn't understand. He was there every step. Even midnight, I would call him, do not miss, what is going on? He'd be like, oh God, I beg. He will still help me. That was the kind of tutor that I had. So if you're venturing into tech, you have to find somebody who is willing to listen to you at all times, and you will be ready to learn and mentor you every step of the way. Because without having somebody who is backing you up, you won't be motivated enough, except you have a very great passion for it. So that's why I'm saying DDM is actually the best, because I had the best tutor, someone that is always there to answer my questions, help me he's still helping me actually. helped me every step of the way, and I'm so grateful. So the advice I'll give is just be consistent, be ready, to sacrifice a lot, your sleep, your time, a lot of things. Just be ready to sacrifice, network, do a lot of things, because in tech you do a lot. Thank you.
Wow. That was a brilliant answer from Ms. Ofora Chinecherem. Thank you very much. Now, let me ask Dabere a question. One thing that is, discouraging young people from entering into tech is that in tech, you have a lot of, you expend much of your creativity. It requires creativity. It requires innovation. So how were you able to manage all these things? Did you have this difficulty imagining what to create? Because your niche has to do with creating, websites, applications that are used for a particular, purposes. So how were you able to navigate through the innovative and creative aspect of this platform?
I would say creativity is an aspect of one's life that if you explore it, you expand it. So growing up, I have this creative mind, power of imagination, and if you master the power of the art in you, you can become, your word in that aspect becomes a law. Yeah. So creativity is something that is embedded, I would say it is embedded in my personality, being able to imagine things, and then from preconception, you now actualize it. All right. And I would say another thing that is helping me right now is the artificial intelligence. It's equally something that, when you apply it usefully, you learn how to navigate easily. All right. So when you are creative and then you're able to master that art of creativity in yourself with tools like AI, you can, become the best in whatever you're doing. So that's basically how I'm able to do it. Creativity is in me, and I've mastered that act. And then right now, it speaks through my designs and through what I'm able to achieve so far. So that is that.
All right, let me put the same question to you then, Dave. The late Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge, which means that you imagine things, whatever you imagine can be created. I understand that the tech industry requires or needs a lot of imagination, because if you imagine things that don't exist, that means you would have this urge to want to create it, to externalize it, to make it real. So did you have any difficulty imagining things to create?
Okay, I'll say that I have this creative mindset. I always believe that that there's nothing impossible when it comes to tech, you get. And I'm a kind of person, because I'm not good at design. Like I can't design, but I can build, you get. There's actually no design now that a UI UX will give me, except if it involves like all these high-end animations and all. But like there's no design that I cannot bring to life. And as I said earlier, that I have this mindset that there's nothing impossible yet. As far as someone has thought about it, as far as it has crossed my mind, I would always try to bring it to life. So that has always been what has been keeping me, you know. Because if we start having this mindset of this is how it can be possible, then most of these innovations that we are enjoying right now, we won't be enjoying it. But when we have this mindset that okay, everything is creatable, everything is buildable, everything and anything can be developed, then I feel like it will actually help us as especially those in tech, like in build like front end or back end, you get, or even other tech aspects. But we should have this mindset of everything is possible, nothing is impossible. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Ofora, Can you still hear me? Mr. Fora?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
All right, now what is one thing that you learned in your formal school that, I mean, you did not learn in your formal school, but you have learned now in life, especially having acquired a course in a semi-formal setting like DDM Academy?
I didn't quite get you, sir. Please, can you repeat?
All right. Do you believe that there are certain things that formal school doesn't teach you, but life teaches you? You believe that statement, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now, tell me the things that you have learned in life, especially your life in DDM Academy, that you did not, or maybe say you might not have learned in your formal school.
What I learned in DDM Academy that I didn't learn in my former school.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Consistency. Being consistent, being disciplined, being resilient, like every time. Showing up even when I'm, exhausted. I have to accountability too. Because I'm accountable to myself to meet this. I started being accountable to myself to meet this quota. I want to get this done. They give me an assignment. I'll be like, after procrastinating for a long while, I'll be like, oh, I have to get this done because they're going to check it and put it in my, So that's what I learned from DDM. Discipline, resilience, consistency every time. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was an interesting answer. Now, let me invite Mrs. Solushi, one of DDM Academy instructors, to talk about cohort 7, which is coming up in no distant time. Mrs. Solushi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, the floor is yours. Speak to us about cohort 7 and what it will bring to the table.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Hope you can hear me.
Very clearly, speak on.
All right. Thank you once again. I'm glad that this event actually was held because it's not about actually teaching people, but it's not the fact that we only teach students. We don't just instruct students. So we instruct them and give them those training that they can also use to get opportunities out there. And this is actually a proof to the world today that DDM don't just instruct students and just leave our students behind. We give them the necessary skills and knowledge, even little skills like communication skills and collaboration skills to be able to get opportunities out there. So coming cohort 7 is starting up next week, and this registration for this cohort, we are taking students in diversified fields, people that want to learn product management, people that want to learn UI UX design, front end development, back end development, video editing, content creation and digital marketing, and a lot of other skills out there. At DDM Academy, we teach all these skills, and we don't just teach them, but we have good and certified instructors that we actually take them. Okay, so we look forward to more students that is willing to grab this opportunity. You can easily reach out to us on our WhatsApp business contact, which a lot of us are already in the group, and we'll still drop them in various groups for people to join. You can easily send a message to any of the admin and request for any information you want to request. So DDM Academy trains students. We train you to get the necessary skills for your job, and we also train you with the necessary skills that you need in your work environment when you finally get opportunity out there. And I forgot to also mention, we also train you to be able to get jobs. We also show you those ways you can be able to get jobs. And we have tutors that will not just tutor you, we not just instruct you, but we also mentor you. Just like Chinecherem said, that her instructor guided her even after the cohort. Her instructor still guided her towards getting opportunities, even though she stalked, because you learning is a continuous process. Okay, so you have mentors that are always there for you. You can always reach out to, even at the end of the program. You cannot get this easily anywhere. Okay, we cannot get it anywhere easily if not DDM Academy. So we look forward to onboarding more students. We look forward to onboarding more students. We look forward to people coming in to learn different skills. Even though you're in school at the moment, you have opportunity to learn with us, because we also have evening programs that you can enroll with. So we have evening programs for people that don't have time. We have on-site program. Our office is at Udoka Estate in Anambra State. If you want to learn on site, you can learn on site. We have accommodation for people that want to learn. People that are working class, their classes are usually in the evening. So you don't have an excuse, whether you're a student, whether you're working class, you don't have an excuse. And with the country we are in right now, you all know that is a very great opportunity, not just to graduate, but graduate with a tech skill. Tech skill. I know a lot of people make money today. I don't know whether you guys are seeing it. A lot of people make a lot of money in this tech space through Upwork, through LinkedIn, and all of that. And we'll guide you through how to position yourself to be able to get opportunities out there. So, guys, I will just drop off now, and I wish you all the best. And I thank you so much for the speakers that came, that our alumni that spoke about what we do. At least it's not, I don't need to really talk much because they have said it all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Olushietel, it's nice that you have spoken to us. Thank you very much for that wonderful insight on Code 7 coming up. All right, there is this aphorism, or should I say an axiom, that the difference between a rich man and a poor man is just the level of knowledge they have acquired and have been able to put to good accounts. Now, what is holding you from getting at least one course in DDM Academy? What is keeping you from doing that? I assure you, if you do this and if you give this testimony to others, your sky will always be not just your limit, but your starting point. We have come to the end of this program. We would like to say a big thank you to our guest, Udoka Dandev Chibuzo, a full-stack developer at Joint and Company. Besihoma Dabereshi Emanuela, social media strategist and product designer at PrivShare. And of course, the last but not the least, Ofora Gabriela, front-end web developer, AI content editor and publisher. I'm glad to have listened to all of you speak. I love what you just said. Thank you very much for gracing this program. All right, I was waiting for your responses, but that is okay. Viewers.
Sorry, sir, someone has a question. Check the chat.
Okay, somebody wants to ask us, how do you know the particular package to undertake? I don't know the person who is to answer this question. How do you know the particular package to undertake? Do you mean course? Ms. Olushi? You are muted.
Okay, let me just answer the question. So how do you know the program you want to undertake? Just like someone stated in this call, that irrespective of anything you want to do, make sure that you have you have the, what's the word? You have the the drive. You have the drive to actually do that thing. Okay, you have the motivation. Something is actually motivating you to do it. Don't just do it because everybody is doing it. Don't just do it because everybody is doing it. So there are a lot of skills. There are a lot of skills out there. I mentioned UI UX design. I mentioned graphic design, content creation and digital marketing, front end development, back end development. All you can do now is to know which aspect are you good in. Are you somebody that likes designing? Are you somebody that likes promoting a product? What do you like doing very well? So that we actually answer the question of which particular skill you should get started with. If you're somebody that doesn't have you feel that you don't have the head to code like that, you can leave coding. Okay, you can go for things like digital marketing and content. You can go for UI UX design. You can go for graphic design. You can even go for project management. If you know how to manage people, manage in an organization, you can go with project management. So you have to know what your likes are. You have to know the type of things you like doing. That is what can answer the question. That is what can actually answer your question, the type of skill you want. I hope I cleared you on that.
Right, the one person who asked this question, I believe you have gotten your answer. Thank you very much, Mrs. Oluti. Now, this is where we draw the curtain on Meet and Share. We can see some other time to discuss the progress so far. My name is Coach Raphael. Viewers, if you like this, if you want to watch the repeat of this, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to DDM TV News. From me, from here, is good afternoon.